Well, good morning, social media world. Hope you are well. Today's video is all about essentially what's the core difference between an amateur trainer, amateur workshop facilitator, and a professional or a master trainer, the way I define it, right? Now, I would say that an amateur walks into a facilitation environment, and what happens by mistake or by chance. A master trainer causes things to happen because they want things to happen in a particular way. So let me give you a very, very small example of that. And this example is the idea of creating an environment or creating a situation because you want it to happen, not being at the victim of what happens, right? Now, the thing is, as a trainer, presenter, coach, facilitator, mentor, you're going to work with people. Now, people, strangely, are actually quite predictable. They're predictable, right? And you can actually use that to your advantage. So let's imagine you've been training or running a experience for people, running a workshop, whatever it may be. And you've noticed that, one thing you're going to do is you're going to get people's sharing, so to speak, or, they're going to have moments where they share their thoughts with the group, right? You're going to do a group debrief. So you may have a moment where you say to everybody, all right, get into pairs and share what's the biggest thing you've discovered or realized so far. Then they share their learnings. Then you want to do a debrief with the entire group, right? And you want to choose people to share their learnings, their experiences. Now, the thing is though, folks, maybe you've noticed that Mary, just picking the random name of Mary here, has been a little bit grumpy throughout the last couple of hours. And she's been having a little bit of a bad day. So maybe you factor that in. Right? So it would kind of be a little bit not so good idea to come to Mary straight away. Instead, maybe you're going to come to Tim and say, Tim, could you share with the group what's the biggest thing you've discovered, realized, or what stood out to you? And Tim, he's going to give a really positive response because Tim, he's super optimistic and he's been loving your training, right? And then after Tim, maybe you come to Sally because Sally's been super happy. She's been loving the experience, right? Then after Sally, then maybe you come to Mary. Now, Mary's a little bit grumpy. She's going to have something to say. But then you come over to Bill. Now, Bill's been loving your training as well. And you get your contribution from Bill. Folks, can you start to see the magic here? You start to actually plan and predict and plan what people are going to say, how they're going to say it, their attitude they're going to bring to the moment. And when you as a master trainer actually start to think about this, then it's a higher level of abstraction and you get to craft the experience for your audience, for your participants, based on what you're trying to create, right? And highly likely, you're probably not going to try to create a negative environment. And as a result of who you choose, when you choose, and the order and sequence around that, suddenly you become masterful in the creation of the experience and not being a victim to the experience. Folks, hopefully that's making sense. This is some of the ninja stuff that is really cool to learn and you can actually get massive value from. And people go, wow, what's that guy doing? What's that girl doing? That amazing facilitator, how are they creating that? Well, the simple answer is we just think about it in advance and we start to plan what we want to create. We don't just stand there and be the victim of random things. We go, okay, what do I want to create in this moment? How do I do that? And who are the people in my audience that are going to facilitate that actually happening? Folks, hope you got some value from this video, and these are some of the ninja hacks, ninja tricks that you'll learn if you come along to my advanced workshop facilitation training event in July. But even if you don't come to that, hopefully this video alone has helped you out with some of these ideas to become the master trainer, not just the amateur victim, so to speak. On that note, folks, be conscious in all that you do as a trainer and workshop facilitator. Don't show up and just have random experiences. Be conscious. On that note, folks, this is Mark Miles helping you become the best trainer, facilitator, mentor you can be. and the person that hopefully is helping you along the way to become the standout trainer in your industry. Thanks for watching, team, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.